I visible and audible? Good noon. I'm Avni Jani, and today I'm going to present about deja vu from hard times to bank robbers. This is my personal information, and here is the points which I'm going to deal with today. Character of Tom Gradgrind, deja vu from hard times. जिस थाली में खाना उसी थाली में छेद करना. Here is the character of Tom Gradgrind. He is a son of Thomas Gradgrind, member of Parliament. His father Thomas Gradgrind was a member of Parliament. He was brother of Louisa, which is protagonist of our novel. Louisa marries Bounderby, a friend of her father, just because to secure financial condition of her brother. He is selfish and emotionless. He ends up degenerate. He ends up a degenerate gambler who robs Bounderby's bank to pay his debts. He traps a laborer for Bounderby named Stephen Blackpool. After trapping an innocent, he escapes from the country. When Stephen tries to return to clear his good name, he falls into a meaning pit and dies. uh, that was the character of Tom Gradgrind, which we can see he is very selfish and emotionless. That he can trap someone, and if he dies, then he doesn't care for it. Here is the term deja vu. It is a French term, literally means already seen. That means deja vu means already seen, which we have sometimes experienced many times. That we do see something and we feel that, oh, I have experienced it, but in reality it doesn't exist like that. Here is the history of deja vu. Deja vu from hard times to bank robbers. People in contemporary time are like Tom Gradgrind, which we will see in next slides. I felt deja vu to Vijay Mallya from the Kings of Good Times case. Who is Vijay Mallya? Here is the information about Vijay Mallya. Vijay Mallya is an Indian businessman at the present fighting extradition from UK. Mallya, who owes 17 Indian banks and estimated rupees 9,000 crore, is accused of fraud and money laundering in the country. Also former Rajya Sabha member. He is a member of Rajya Sabha. Malia is the ex-chairman of United Spirits. He currently continues to serve as the chairman of United Breweries Group. Previously, he also served as the chairman of Sanofi India and Bayer Crop Science, among other the companies. Here is the chart of Kingfisher Airline, and here his works. That he is businessman, and first he started selling beer. So he was the owner of Kingfisher beer brand, which was very popular among the people of India during that time. And no sooner government has banned the Kingfisher beer brand, that it was having alcohol, and alcohol was not allowed in India at that time. So they banned Kingfisher beer brand. Then next he starts a Kingfisher Airlines. There is typo error that I tried, but some glitches are there, so I cannot justify it. Kingfisher Airlines. Later on, he invents a Kingfisher Airlines, and next Air Deccan. He merges Kingfisher Airline and Air Deccan together, and he started running two airlines parallel. How Malia ended up being a fugitive economic offender. Malia inherited UB spirits, we have discussed earlier. known for the Kingfisher beer brand from his father and turned it around into India's biggest spirits maker. He became the chairman of UB Group at the age of 28. When his father Vittal Malia dies, then suddenly he becomes chairman of UB Groups. Earlier, he was not that much interested in business, but when his father dies, then he has to do the business. And there is a one saying in Gujarati that "Morna inda chitarwa no pade." That is how he was quite capable to run his group. He started Kingfisher Airline in 2005. His son Siddharth Malia informs about how Vijay Malia was desperate for Kingfisher Airlines in Netflix documentary of Bad Boys Billionaires. There was a Netflix documentary about the Vijay Malia, Nirav Modi, and many other scammers of India who frauded bank. So there, in the episode of Vijay Malia, his son, Siddharth Malia, says that it was his baby. He incubated it, he nurtured it, and then finally launched it. So he tells that Kingfisher Airline was like a baby. When we say the baby, then there comes a father and mother type of thing, and that connects the emotions with the Vijay Malia to his Kingfisher Airlines. There was not a business class in Kingfisher Airlines, as Vijay Malia says in the one interview which has shown in the Netflix documentary. This Kingfisher class, this is neither business nor it is economy. It's one class. So when very first he invented the Kingfisher Airlines, so then he says that there is only one class. Where we can see the other classes, business class, second class, first class in the airlines and train, but there was only one class in Kingfisher. This Netflix documentary shows that how Vijay Malia took loans from the big public sector banks, which drained by money of taxpayer. When Indira Gandhi nationalized the bank, and it was open for every common people, like mostly the farmer. And when it is a public bank, then obviously it is running by public, it run by the taxpayers, which I pay, you pay, we all pay the tax. Even even when someone dies, even when someone do suicide, then she or he also pays tax for it. James James, author of The Billionaire Rage, exposes the corruption in Banks of India (IDBI) in Netflix documentary. He says Vijay Malia charmed the pants of these bankers. These were rather dowdy, poorly paid public servants. Maybe it was considered as a poor government employee. He wanted to make Kingfisher Airline more and more luxurious, experienced by borrowing more and more money from tax banks, and he didn't care much about the costs. He took more and more money from the banks, which is used by taxpayers, and he merged the Kingfisher Airline and Air Deccan with each other, took more and more loans from the public banks, and not only just airlines but also expanded at sports also. Formula One and a cricket team also, who has interest in sports and other current affairs, then they must know about that Formula One and cricket team, which is owned by Vijay Malia. Kingfisher Airline was grounded in 2012 after a burgeoning debt burden made it impossible for the beleaguered airline to continue operations. The airline is being investigated for a suspected diversion of funds and financial irregularities. Later on, government find some activities which is not which cannot be identified. There is some errors of activity in Kingfisher airline of Vijay Malia. Then Vijay Malia has to leave India. Vijay Malia was running out of money for his business only. We will see in the next slide that how he is being celebrated, but he was not having money to pay people. So Malia was running out of money for his business only. There was no money to buy fuel for Kingfisher Airlines. Many workers of Kingfisher Airlines, including designers, pilots, and air hostess, were giving their food were giving their food to the passengers when they were running out of money. We can see that the employees of Kingfisher Airline was being unpaid, and that's why the air hostess has to give their own food to the passengers. Many employee of the Kingfisher Airline were fell into depression because of this scam. One lady committed suicide due to tight financial condition of her family because her husband was being unpaid, who worked in Kingfisher Airlines. So I can connect this point mm, with the death of Blackpool from hard times. Employees were on strikes and crises were going on, and on the other hand, Vijay Malia was celebrating his 60th birthday with grand party. Not only grand party, but great grand party. When here, the Nitu Shukla, a former cabin crew, Kingfisher Airlines, says in the documentary of Netflix that when we saw his grand birthday party, we realized that he is actually enjoying our misery. It felt like he was glorifying our misery by showing us the disparity between himself and us. This statement is a very heart touching statement I have ever read. That she is saying that when the people of his own groups were starving, and on the other hand he was celebrating his own birthday party. While we were starving, he was celebrating his birthday party, says Anjan Deshwar, a former engineer, Kingfisher Airlines. This documentary adds a statement of Neeraj Monga, a former Veritas investment research, that the loan is the example that has been used by the government of India, that there was some kind of fraudulent activity and some kind of relationship between the borrower, which is a Kingfisher Airline, and lender, which is IDBI Bank. We can see that these two picture that how our laws, how our law and our government looks like. And here is the second picture. See in that picture that he is full of money, though he is trying to pull money in his mouth, and he wants to get more and more fed by the money. Current situation of Vijay Malia's case. Here is the details about Vijay Malia's case, that how it is going on right now. जिस थाली में खाना उसी में छेद करना. Tom has cheated his own sister and her husband for money. Her sister, who has married to the man who is quite older, not quite, but very much older than her, and who is the same age at her father. So she married to this man just because to save the financial career of his brother, and he has cheated his own sister. Vijay Malia cheated his own nation and poor employee of his own company. India has always been a land of poverty. It had now has riches, but They have always been unevenly distributed, side by side, have existed squalid, poverty, and princely, irresponsible wealth. Here is one article which I found in Jester, which defines the in country, our financial condition of our country, which has word unevenly distributed. But I am totally I am not agree from this unevenly distributed, because we can see that we are not distributed, we are unpaid, we are doing work though we are not getting money, and people like Vijay Malia are snatching money from us. So we are not distributed, or we are not having money. Here is the conclusion. People has to pay more tax to the banks for recovering these public banks, which is cheated by billionaire and being corrupted. When it is a public bank, then there has to be there we have to pay for it, just because we are the public. We all are the same as the character of Stephen Blackpool. Here is my work cited. Is there any question? Yes, Avni, how can we prevent corruption? Uh, I don't think so. I can say much about it, but I think, for from my point of view, we can prevent corruption just because we are the givers and we are the takers. If we don't take money, then corruption won't be there. So it starts from us. We blame society, but we are the society. That is the answer. Thank you. I don't know about the other bank frauds, but in the Vijay Malia's case, there is that lender, who is responsible for the bank fraud. Just because if he didn't lend the money to Vijay Malia, then there won't be any type of scam. So there is some type of lack of research. Research are also responsible for that. Then when you are giving this type of loan, this much loan, then you have to take some type of responsibilities. You are not alone, but the whole nation is with you. So you have to think about it. I hope you are satisfied with my answers. Thank you.